se on muuten sillä lailla, että pojat me hävitään tää peli.
We are I'm a bit under the weather right now, flu, but I suppose we can manage just fine. So I've been looking our quests here, and we are still a couple, girlfriends to actually meet. So let's meet Poppy at Forbidden Forest. She's probably going to drag us to some very dangerous date with the centaurs. Yay! So that's what we are going to do. Also, there's kind of, well, it's in Finnish, but there's now a new SWAT 4 video out. So if you want to see what kind of game SWAT 4 is modded, then you should actually check. It's back to LA mod. So not a vanilla game. Some videos I'm actually going to publish just in a YouTube, because I can then I actually can direct them much more easily. And the first playthrough just was published.
Nobody will miss one lazy little student.
Alright, we are here. I wonder why the battle music actually started, but
You know what they say? Dark skies before a storm. We had our storm. Their skies so dark.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Revelio.
what's this? Oh.
Levioso.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
All right.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
So that's where they actually go.
Revelio.
Death Eater stairs, basically. And there's something behind them.
Bombarda. Confringo. Accio.
Okay. And the last
If only Professor Fig
ancient
could have
magic
seen
is
that.
here. Yeah, I suppose I have this theory that. Oh no! Oh, no!
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio.
Relaxed crap.
Accio.
Stench of the dead. So I had this one theory that the one professor that had like ancient powers, she was probably turned into the dark magic. So we are kind of basically mirroring her story. Somewhat here.
If you owe me galleons and you can't pay, you best get a tombstone.
Centaurs. Okay, here's the puppet.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I bet they love surprises.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
Perhaps you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right.
I hope
We'll simply
not.
be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Okay. super laggy.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Eric. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Okay. Seems like we're cut for us.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
So until next part. We always get some dangerous place with Poppy. And while we are at the Hogsmeade, we could actually buy the new upgrade for our broom. Then we get over here. I suppose we can.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Sure.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at... Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
What are we looking for today?
Okay, 4K. Let's see. I just need 1,000 coins more. Legendary items are something that I want to keep, but otherwise, not so much.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
She has really poor family name. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
This might be connected to the happenings in Gringotts.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Okay. Maybe
Thank you,
he's
Mrs.
not
Rabe.
selling out the
Knowing
bank.
the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
I suppose when we actually complete the Polyjuice Potion quest, there will be a chapter change.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. Perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Voldemort.
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Okay.
We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Okay. They're pretty good at extorting people. Reminds me of one thing.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill
Special
would know
pink.
it was real.
Okay.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Okay, he's certain about it.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where were we?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me.
Okay.
But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold.
Okay.
One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Okay.
Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
I was standing behind a till counting.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Perhaps. Or maybe she's in trouble.
You'd think no one's down.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Revelio. Revelio.
Natty's wand.
Oh no.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
So, Witcher 3 type of hunt.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Stock girl I was. I did put on a bit of weight though.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find...
Let's find their hideout. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Probably lots of fighting. I'm pretty sure about it.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Akio. A hidden door. Revelio.
Yeah, I knew
Natty
it.
must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I've used unforgivable.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I ain't allowed, but it's not gonna work.
It might.
What? You see that girl that's bait? Someone's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Revelio.
Student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
No, the most exciting thing round here is a limp rat.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Revelio.
Or merely the spawn.
Show yourself.
Bombarda. Levioso.
Expulso!
Still no match for me.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Potato. Accio.
Ouch. That wasn't fun.
Become personal.
Confringo.
I'm just warming up.
Accio. Stupid one. Confringo. Revelio.
What are you, shy? Expulso!
Ouch.
Expulso! I quit now, while you're still alive.
Revelio.
What are your thoughts on Rookwoods don't go down easy. Perhaps you ought to insist. Look what you've done. Pay for that.
Confringo. Accio.
From above.
Expelliarmus.
Hey, that's mine.
Revelio.
Well, that went messy.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Then we need to find the love letter. Somewhere here. It's Dark Smith in attire.
Revelio.
One coin. There's a lot more up here.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio.
Alright, I could have gone totally Metal Gear Solid way and
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
or rather Deus Ex and just crawl through the vent holes here.
Revelio.
But yeah, Crimson Top Hat. Well, if you like top hats.
Revelio.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Raven. He will tell you what you need to do.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You have really
Spoke with my
poor
wife.
name.
How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells.
Okay.
Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
How are you doing?
Revelio.
2 stars. Jail cell.
My wand is somewhere in this room.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Revelio.
Nothing else here.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Okay.
I understand.
Do we have a second wave of Ashwinders? I suppose not. I already dealt with them, so.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Okay, let's see if that Officer Singer isn't in a bed with Harlow. That might be the case.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Protego!
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that.
Yeah,
As
right.
for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yeah. We have been collecting evidence, but...
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Okay.
Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption.
Now, the Polyjuice quest. I already thought that I bought the upgrade. But
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
okay, that was fast. That was fast.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place.
Really?
However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful,
Well
of course.
said about
I shall
broom.
look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
The sky is limit. Shall we do this now or? Okay, that's far. That's really far. But I suppose we need to do this trip at some point. So I could actually find those flue flames. Because I suspect that the end game is at south. So that's where we are headed at some point. And okay, nice. Well, not nice. It can actually, Twitch seems to be dropping the, or it could actually drop the broadcast when the game is loading. Okay, now we are back.
Handy resource indeed.
So let's scout this way. Right, they have this pass all locked up.
But if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further.
Okay, so it's that way, and we can cross the mountains there. It's a big camp here, so probably some kind of place for big battle or something. Maybe plot related. Not too sure. Come on, can I just land? So it is actually a pass.
Revelio.
Gloomy. I suppose it's probably this spell.
Glacius.
So it's closing pretty quickly.
Revelio. Accio.
Oops. So I had an idea. Let's see.
Levioso.
Okay, so
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are the talk of the school.
Glacis.
The raven eye from the Ashwinder. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
okay. I wonder. That's quite far. Small break for now, so small break, I'll be back. Alright. So I suppose we can't get here yet. Actually check on Natty. At this point, so kind of debrief before moving to main quest. This game is slightly heavy, so that might make Twitch drop out the broadcast at some point. So if the game lags, or broadcast lags, just press space and give it a bit pause.
Off on another adventure, are we?
For a moment and then continue, because it's like kind of sometimes it's telling me that stream is unstable, and sometimes it's telling it's excellent. So while YouTube, I'm streaming to both here. YouTube is telling me that it's okay. Like, I don't know. Maybe these are programmed in a slightly poor way. I mean, we know that Streamlabs is actually that's OBS with the extra stuff on. Where is she?
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
Alright.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry.
Point.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your
Okay,
father
so
was also an
he
animagus,
was.
I take it.
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Okay.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
So, how is your mother doing?
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
So basically, good seers are sometimes correct, which is like pretty funny thing with the Harry Potter that like this one seer in a books that she was like once right about Harry Potter.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
This feels like first Harry Potter movie/book. So I wonder if they are going to make more DLCs for this game, and even second game about Wizarding World, because there's lots of stories you could actually tell about Wizarding World, not just stuff that has been centering around Hogwarts, like other magical schools. French had one and Americans had one, and every country has some kind of institution for that. And stuff is much more fun without Voldemort being around, because he wasn't really interesting bad guy, to be frank.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A Polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Okay, this is classical Harry Potter.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black.
Apparently he's not a good...
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Headmaster.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world. If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course! All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Small trolling.
Well, there's one for my diary.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you, I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, But Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Black family motto. I wonder what it is. I don't think they have been training, and strength might be it, but they are pretty much Slytherin family, so it's my guess is in the property of blood.
Pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Close enough.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
This time.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
Okay, we are at the rafters of this great hall.
Revelio. Revelio.
Far up. course, headmaster's office is top of the castle. Level 3, okay. Ah, these must be the professor's
Aloha Mora.
rooms.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Expelliarmus. Lumos. Lumos.
I don't know where that is. So, let's continue the mission.
Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Revelio.
Sleeping portraits.
Aloha Mora.
Wow. There's the hat.
Revelio.
Okay, now it's actually staying here. I think in the Harry Potter books it was in a different
It's good
place.
to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been
thanks
under
for
the
following
headmaster's
active.
nose all this time?
So we are currently They're rummaging through the headmaster's office here. Okay, we knew that he's a wax guy.
That must be the pedestal.
Okay. Really suspicious. So I don't have a third level Alohomora, so I can't actually open that particular lock. But let's continue with the mission. Yeah. Streamlabs is pretty strict on those long messages, so please start with the shorter messages, please. Yeah. Because too many people are trying to sell something or promote something. So please.
Where am I?
But then again, it's
Professor
only
30
seconds.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we
I
are
am
inside
here.
the picture or
In
the
this
book.
place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Okay. Interesting place. Can we go through here? Just casually.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
So what is this place?
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right.
Now I understand why they updated the speed of.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Okay, but ghost here is. Yeah, he's moving. Now we go. So last update they actually improved the sneaking speed.
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
It's dark moon girl.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
This turned into Metal Gear Solid. Come on. Go.
Nothing this way, no danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Thank you. I think I managed. So he turns around, I need to follow.
Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
Mysterious cloak.
Can this be?
Ah,
I'm
this
invisible.
cloak. This is the same that ends up to Harry Potter.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Okay.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Mysterious wand.
I've never felt such power.
Slightly beefier those sound effects, but I wonder. Okay, now what?
Revelio.
boss battle. That's unblockable. Apparently I can use my magic here. I don't see my spells at the right corner behind me here, but they are still there. Apparently. Oh, this looks like a boss arena. Yep, and that looks like a boss. I'm fighting the dead here.
Defender. Depulso. Descendo. Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Protego. Bombarda. Descendo. Defender. Bombarda. Bombarda. Protego. Defender. Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Defender. Descendo. Bombarda. Protego.
My fingers!
Defender. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Descender. Depulso. Defender. Protego. Bombarda. Descender. Depulso. Descender. Depulso. Protego. Depulso. Defender. Descender. Depulso. Bombarda.
Okay. Now what? More trolls.
Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Descender. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Defender. Descender. Depulso. Protego. Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Stupefy. Defender. Descender. Depulso. Protego. Defender. Descender. Descender. Defender.
Okay, that was right use of defender. My hand. Ouch. Okay.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Philosopher's Stone. Maybe. Sure likes it. Pretty much similar.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear, sweet Neve. Let us always honor her memory.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
So how did she die? Wait, she died. And we have one professor who was obsessed about cleaning out diseases and basically
You found me.
fighting dead.
But you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
basically those people in picture are not real things.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Okay. So
Remember that as you witness my memory.
So what's so secret in her memory? Amazing what you can do with the shaders.
Was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Ah. Doesn't bode well. So was she one of the first Death Eaters? Might be. I mean, sure. That would actually explain something. And that ties into the goblins, their silver repositories that they actually made, and she's collecting the essence of the people, their pain. But what if she's actually finding the magic as well? Short of you, we'll get power from our pain.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
Green Mile.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, What you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Okay.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
All right. Fitzgerald's trial. So last trial is coming about. So we have like finished 3 quarters of the game.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Okay. Everyone is heading there. What's that message from Weasley? Phoenix Rising. Shadow of the Mountain. Then we had like some extra quests here.
Revelio.
One moment. Alright. I still don't have a space for Mandrake. I probably should use these more, since they are in my inventory.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Deke can wait a bit, because we have animals to...
Expelliarmus!
Not that one! Ah. No, you don't want to cast Expelliarmus on animals. No, that's wrong. Well. Let's remove the auto targeting. Everything okay here? I need to find the buff skin and...
Revelio.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
Nice.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Okay.
Accio.
No, not that one.
Revelio.
There's like 4 places in this room alone for these animals, so we could actually fit something here.
Revelio.
Giant purple toad offspring. Okay. Baby doll toad. No. There's 3 spaces here left. Alright.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
So I can actually use them. Maxima potions because I have too many of them. Edgar's potions are still very useful. Okay. Okay, now I can actually use both of them. What else I would need? Edurus potion. Okay, apparently I can't get more of these. Thunderproof, why not? Although in last battle I couldn't use those potions. And apparently the intent of the game designer was that I shouldn't use my spells. But I did, regardless. So I'm not too sure what happened. Is it like intentional that we can't actually use our spells while we were in that book, or is it like they forgot to add those spells when we found the new band? Focus potions. Apparently I don't have a focus potions.
Dick thinks you should be proud of.
So Phoenix Rising, Sebastian, and Shadow of Hope, Shadow in the Mountain. So two sorry, two Sebastian missions. I think we should first meet Sebastian here and then move to his mission. There's a lot of these traits. Okay, now I can actually no. Is the Perfectus Totalus spell that doesn't one-shot basically everyone? Well, Confringo is good. One Phoenix better. I'm going to need those Phoenix feathers.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
And Graphorn horn. Yeah, Graphorn horn. Phoenix feather. Definitely something I need to. Fertilizer could have been good at the start of the game, but not so much anymore. Okay, so how do we get through here? Ah, it's okay. Now I can actually see the way. So I need to sneak through the goblin camp or something. So I would assume that in the first time I was actually right. So this is the place we actually visited before. So that's not the place we are looking for. And we need to go through the mountain because this broom can't actually fly up. And that looks like a road.
Revelio.
Okay, that's a murdering trial. That's the roadway through the
haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of
mountain.
lettuce, those mushrooms were.
Where's the commander?
Patricus Totalis.
Have fun.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
I've never seen a sword like it.
Patricus Totalis. Patricus Totalis.
flame here.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Yeah, that could be really useful blue flame as well.
Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them what they deserve.
Petrificus totalis.
Oops.
Revelio.
Lots of commanders here.
Petrificus totalis.
I know I had something that time.
Boom. Okay, apparently I stunned some kind of named commander here, so that's for it then. I've always wondered about this. Basically, bottlenecking the big open world games, and there's lots of examples.
What are you up to now?
Examples of bottlenecking in many games, like for example, escaping from Tarkov. Lots of bottlenecking happens in those levels. Of course, now that there's lots of cheaters in Tarkov, I don't feel like playing it anymore. So next area. So there's a wonderful flame down here, which I should actually take. Coast.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Tomb of Treachery. Nice. Always some fun. Always so fun names. Lots of elevations in this place. This is slightly...
Come on, I'm sure it'll be harder to kill a moon calf. Ah, the lamb returns to the wolf.
Niffler nest. Phoenix Mountain Cave. Extreme danger. Okay, good to know. Did we crash? Yes, we did crash. Okay, so we need to start again. Or is it like, yeah, it's crashed. It's crashed. Or at least partially crashed. This always takes time to actually start the Hogwarts Legacy again. Yeah, I have still time, so might as well. Hey. There's this one program that actually installed itself. That's for recording the games, and I don't want to add any more pointless programs here. Now I'm feeling more warm. Felt like cold for a moment. I think I'm getting a cold. One good thing with being a teacher is that you get lots of chances to get sick, so you get good immunity finally. Basically, it looks like this at the beginning. And then we wait a bit. So, I don't know what happens in a startup process of the Hogwarts Legacy, but I think it's loading something that it shouldn't. So it's like extra hard for the computer, or it's just some shoddy coding at some point, because otherwise there's lots of good planning and game design, but as for how the startup process goes, this is not the most smoothest game. So now we wait. It's going to be okay if we adjust patience. Apparently my games need some patience, like Star Citizen is basically the same, that you need to have a lot of patience to actually play it. It was a bit shoddy state today, so I didn't. I was thinking that I should play 2 games, but no. Probably going to return to the Dragon Age soon enough. I kind of allocated the weekend to play Star Citizen, but as it's still in slightly iffy state, I might not play in a weekend, or I would play, but still streaming it might be a lot more easier during the week actually. So it basically...
Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them the latest
Protego! Confringo! Confringo!
Now we should actually save the game. Right here.
Protego!
Almost forget that saving should be done. Did it crash again? I think it did. Let's check the Google at this point. Game crashes when trying to launch Phoenix Mountain. Apparently somebody else had this same issue. I'm getting the same issue on PS5. Try switching between day and night. It worked on PS2. Oh, right. Interesting. So here's basically at the left side of the screen there's a preview video of content that's being published on my YouTube page, and there's this group of players who I'm playing SWAT 4 with, modded SWAT 4. So that's today first video came out, and next week second video. So if you are interested in SWAT 4, please check. It's in Finnish, but anyway. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That helps a lot. Otherwise, if you don't like and subscribe to channels you like, the YouTube algorithm is going to basically forget that they exist. So they don't get the every big YouTuber actually gets the scope and the limelight, but not the small ones. So it's more like YouTube doesn't really support the small content creators, and it's up to you as a viewer to support your content creators. Anyway, we need to restart this Hogwarts again. Let's see if the change of the day actually helps. There's Hogwarts Legacy bugs, bbgames.com, game bugs back at the game. So there's a few workarounds. I'm going to try to switch the time of the day and see what happens. It might be some really stupid bug that causes this, but we'll see. I mean, you don't need to be a IT support specialist, but it helps. So that's why you need to be fluent in IT stuff, so you can actually play the game these days. So let's first go to the map. We change the day. Then we actually also change the quest, which we are on. So now we actually check how this works. Now it started to at least load.
A blockade. Hogwarts poachers are already here.
Maybe I don't want to destroy that one. It's a support. Let's not bring the whole cave down.
Rocks, do you? What? No. Keep looking. See how much a single feather fetches? Imagine a whole blooming bird.
Oh, should have stayed at the castle.
Come out before I find you. I'm sure it'd be harder to kill a moongrove. I know all about you and your violent streak. You! What do you think you're doing? What? Merlin's name!
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
We're keeping people out. Pay attention.
More poachers. How many are there?
What's happening, son?
No. Oh, that was violent.
The phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it. I need to find it before the poachers do.
I hope you have your affairs in
Petrificus totalis.
Level 3. Okay, I don't have that. Running jump.
There it is again. Confringo!
Anything interesting here? Not really. Beware spiders. Well, that's something.
Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Protego. Accio.
cabbage to my advantage.
Expelliarmus!
No! That was weak. Ah! Try again. That was short, really short jump. Okay, now we are back here. Lots of jumping in this part of the game.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo!
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Okay, let's not mess this up. That was short jump.
That's the best you could... Accio! Confringo!
Back in the fight!
That was for High Wing.
Traces of ancient magic are staying very...
Confringo!
very short time. Niffler statue. Of course. Why not? Niffler statue for all. Ah, okay, this is empty. Yeah, that's blocked. The barrel gets them always. I suppose I have pretty good equipment at this point. Unless you count the talents, I don't have that many talents for the cloaks and stuff.
Hello. I'm here to help. I can take you somewhere safe.
Okay.
Let's get you back to the room.
It wanted
Deke's going to be pleased.
It wanted to be rescued apparently, so that's why. really don't remember the lore of the Phoenix in Harry Potter books, so.
I should investigate.
Oh no.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Let's change the spells. Or cabbage.
Accio! Protego! Confringo! Accio! Confringo!
Did we kill it? I think we did. Now I started to throw away cabbages.
Confringo! Revelio! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Repulso! Arresto momentum. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Depulso.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Okay, so this is a chess game. This is our king, I believe. No, it's not. I think these are soldiers. And I recall in Harry Potter game that they had to play.
Confringo!
Okay, that doesn't light up. That's a horse. But it can't actually threaten the king.
Accio!
Unless let's move here. Wood here. Nah. Okay, it still can't. Okay. This can't actually move here because this is going to block it. This can move here, but it's not going to do anything worthwhile. So the answer is here.
Revelio. This looks intriguing. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
No, it was 3 steps forward and one side with the horse, right? Yeah, I recall that much. So
Accio.
if we can get it here, it's basically checkmate. Well, not quite, but close.
Revelio.
This might be just a hidden homage to the first movie. Let's check. Yep, it's a known puzzle.
Revelio.
But it's not a chess piece.
Confringo.
No, that one.
Revelio.
Okay.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Thing is that I have been using this transformation only to make people as a barrel, so it's like didn't come to me that at first that I could actually use this transformation something else. What's this?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I think this might be okay. So
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
So if it's a rook, no, bishop I mean. Yes, they are diagonally. I wasn't sure what chess piece. Elegant shirt and the uniform. Okay, works for me. So I had to check a bit, cheat a bit from the Google, because I wasn't too sure how to proceed with this one, but we could actually do the flight quest next.
These rocks have seen better days.
And while I'm here, I could actually fly left and check the one full flame here.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Beam Lake. So this is like small coastal village. Lots of places in this game. And I wonder how much we are going to even spend in this southern part of the game. Of course, if you are just doing the overland quests, open world, then you might spend a lot of time here, but if you are not crazy about completing things. So I'm here and she's down there. I wouldn't go back to pitiful.
Blackmark Coast.
course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Gryffindor, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Gryffindor.
Let's see what happens.
This is going well. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Brilliant.
Ah. Now it's getting away.
Made it.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Brilliant.
Going to need a bit speed.
That wasn't too difficult.
I forgot how to boost, actually.
Excellent. Ah,
Ah, that's too bad.
this is going well.
Okay, that's a boost button. And no, it's not going well.
Brilliant. Lost.
Almost. Yeah, I forgot how to boost actually. Otherwise.
Wasn't hoping for that. Not to worry.
You'll have to do better than that if you want to top my time. This course is all about testing your ability to focus. Each turn requires a decision. Make one, then commit to it.
Imelda Reyes, are you giving the competition advice?
I wouldn't call it that, no. Just chatter between friends. That's all. Now, care to try again?
I'm ready. Thank you, Imelda.
Of course. Get out there.
So I should use the boost actually.
Made it.
And not to miss the drinks. Like this. Ah! Chronic issue with the oversteering.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Now that's more like it!
Bit of practice, it's going to go better.
That wasn't too difficult. Brilliant. This is going well. Oh! Oh!
Bit too much boost. Under the bridge, those boost balls. Yellow balls.
Made it.
I didn't miss it. Last time I did miss.
This is rather fun.
No penalties.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am.
Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out.
Uh-huh.
Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Gryffindor.
Alright. Alrighty then. So, could I actually go and speak to Sebastian?
like a place right out of a storybook.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
Yep.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you...
Expelliarmus! Lumos!
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now.
Of course.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Well, Goblin's kind of attacked here, so...
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices.
Okay.
That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice. Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So,
I
I'm
understand.
not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Yeah, kind of.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Yeah, that's good time to end this game. So yeah, interesting where this is going, but somehow these all seem to be thematically connected. All these side quests, and there's like basically 3 different plot lines that are actually somehow connected. So I don't know. Anyway, was fun. Let's see, in weekend I could actually play Dragon Age. If the Star Citizen won't work, then it's Dragon Age. So, anyhow, thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, algorithms forget that